and he has spoken about the seeming nonchalance of Ghanaians in helping promote and preserve Ghana's highlife music genre. He told Kwame Dadzi on Joy FM's Showbiz A to Z that although highlife is rich in Ghanaian culture and has the potential to represent the country globally, Ghanaians seem to have failed in projecting it. He made this comment while discussing UNESCO's move in to list highlife as intangible cultural heritage. I don't want to go more into it, but basically, I'm sure his message is clear, isn't it? Is it clear to all of us? So we are not promoting it well enough, and he feels that maybe we should put more energy into it collectively. How to promote it is well, let me just add, just because I think we got the message, but let me just add just this bit about it. He says the Chinese can make our kente. They can do anything at all with our own heritage, and then we sit in silence and keep admiring them while we know that we have the thing and must be developed here. He says it's just like music. When we had Highlife right from the outset, it affected everybody along the coast, even all the way to Zaire, Congo, and other places. Says take the likes of Fela Kuti, Miriam Makeba, we have Hugh Masekela. They were here because of Highlife. He also said he recounted that a lot of music stars across the world keep asking what Ghanaians are doing to project the highlife genre. And according to Amandzeba, while National Folklore Board is working at making UNESCO list highlife as intangible cultural heritage, it's commendable. The media, I stress, the media must also take the responsibility to make sure the genre lives on.
Seriously?
From Amandzeba Natbro.
I remember some years ago, Amandzeba's Walk by Jekwe was a sick tune on Peace FM. Why did they take it off? Why is he coming back to blame the media?
Why was it taken off? I remember that song. Yeah,
so,
I remember so well.
We treat people like trash. We disrespect brands, and then when we grow, we forget what we have done. Why must the media always pay for our mistakes? Why? We should find out and ask him. And these are some of the things I say, that sometimes we are interviewing people, we don't do fact check, we don't investigate or do a background check to understand them. We should go and find out why Kwame Sifa can't stop playing that song. It was a sick tune. It was big.
I remember.
Yeah, go and find out.
Do you have an idea?
Kakra ibedi enti. Sometimes we forget the bigger picture, but no few, so we settle for less.
He stopped them from playing it?
Yes. Because of monetary and other things. So when
can I say this? But that's his own prerogative.
So then why do you come and blame the media?
Wait. Okay, because I know there are some musicians, both national and international, who have decided that they don't want their songs to be played on particular platforms. Fine, because they have their own plans for the song. I know the Barbie Girl song, the original composers and the singers of that song decided that they are not going to commercialize it. Okay. They are not going to, so you can't use it, you can't sample it for your songs. Although people have done it illegally, you can't sample it for your songs, and you can't use it in. I think this Barbie, the new Barbie movie with Margot Robbie, they didn't play it on that movie because it is the artist's own prerogative. That doesn't mean that they don't want to promote pop music.
But I agree, that's a decision. But I'm saying that it was an emphatic statement that the media is what?
You said the media must take the responsibility to make sure the genre lives on.
So what Kwame Sifa was doing was a responsibility, ensuring that the genre lived on. My problem is we are the problem. We are always the problem, but we don't seem to see that we are the problem, but we accuse other people. You get me? There is an issue. Sometimes we need to be careful how we say things. Yes, you can go further and say that, yes, the media can project our songs, but give us the rightful royalties due us. Give us this so that there is a balance. But when you leave it vague, it is wrong. I am against any media house that will use an artist's project without any monetary value. But also, when we are making certain categorical statements, we should also cut some slack for the people who have helped us to be where we are. That is my point.
Okay. Ninoy, what are your thoughts on this?
I think that the legend is what legend should say. Yes, I agree. Maybe together we are not promoting it in recent times. I don't know the discussion that went on Peace FM, so I can't speak on that discussion.
On Joy FM.
No, I mean what's
okay, with regards to the song.
I can't speak on that. However, I think that for the media, for you, for Andy, for Bradash, for everybody who plays music, they promote music. So most of the times the content that is available from the creators, they push it in.
Okay.
So this morning you've heard a lot of Afrobeats, Afropop. So if there are contents that are available, people have brought to them. It's my music.
Yeah.
Help me promote it and all of that. So I'm very sure, I mean, if we have a lot of Highlife creators and we are promoting it, they're bringing it to the doorsteps of the DJs, that will also have solved this issue. That being said, I think that right now it's not that dominant genre like we know years back, which we all agree. But I think that we need to look at a way of trying to bring it back. And it's going to be difficult for individual artists to champion it. I think that, first of all, we could look at it in several ways. Either an association or the larger agency or even an award scheme can help champion this. So what am I saying? An agency, maybe the Creative Arts Agency or the Ghana Musicians Union of Ghana, can create a program and do a lot of stakeholder engagement to make this our Highlife music run through some sectors. Maybe constant approach, every big gig, at least get an Highlife artist. Do a stakeholder engagement to even our movie people. Play some Highlife, let some Highlife dominance be the songs, the soundtracks of the movies. You understand? All of these things. Do stakeholder engagement to radio program managers. I mean, can you give us some dominant time for Highlife? Because now UNESCO is registering us, so we need to make a show. You understand? So this should be a discussion that should go on, and it should flow down. And this stakeholder engagement will help us, bring back that love. Because now I'm sure when you are playing Highlife to your child, she'll be like, what is this?
Yeah, sometimes they're like, what is this?
You understand? So it should be very, very deliberate to bring it back.
Yeah.
I seriously don't agree with Coco on the blame game. Yes, there might be issues,
Yes.
but this is not the time for it.
Exactly.
Because UNESCO is going ahead to do it.
Could do it. So
But
we
we
have to
also
now work harder to make it happen.
Exactly, support it here to make it grow.
So for me, maybe I think that it wasn't like he meant it in a bad way,
Oh, I
but
listened to the-
No, it's not. I
Yeah.
don't think it's a bad way.
I
No,
listened to the
but
no, I don't think it's a bad way.
yeah, because
I listened to the program. Then reason why I am going that way is we always try to look for somebody to hang to get a victim for our misfortunes. But we also as a people need to say that, listen, government, you've given right or you support Ghana Music Awards. There should be some monumental investment in it to say that Highlife category, there's money because that's how we want to go it. Or we want to drive the year beyond the return and all our impacts marketing to bring people into country. We are driving it with Highlife music. And when you say Highlife music, it covers everything, gospel and everything. That is the direction we are going. And people who do those kind of songs, or even people who want to do remixes, will support them so that we can revive what we are doing, it will significantly change.
Okay.
That musical should come out and say that we are coming back with our Ghana Music Week.
Okay.
And the Ghana Music Week we are doing is a Highlife that we are projecting. And we are taking Highlife to different places. Look at Ebo Taylor. What age? 80 something. Is still on the tour playing. Look at Fra. Fra is still touring. San Trophy is still touring. And they are touring with, and I see people sometimes we attack Ambule and other things. But these are the people when they go out there, they make the money. So why do we waste money on a genre that even if our population grows, it will not be, the Afrobeat will not be relevant to us. Why don't we have our own and drive it? Because Fela, as a person, realize we are taking a certain direction, and everybody is saying Highlife is from Ghana, so they need to own. They celebrated Fela. Look at what they did in Nigeria. In celebration of Fela, they didn't go public to say we are coming to do Afrobeat, but Afrobeat emerged. Why can't we do the same thing and say, okay, this year we are celebrating. These are the people we are celebrating. These are the songs they did. Look at what Nigerian art bloggers and
the Benjota
yes
story of the Highlife.
Now the old man has gone to shoot a video. That tells you how important he knows the music industry is. But here, go and use somebody's song. You see X and Schnapp running instead of looking for revenue. We are laid back in ownership. Yes, we should allow things to flow. We should grow. We should bless people. We should get young.
The egg and but I think there was a correction here that producers drew my attention to. He says it was Rexoma who stopped them from playing his songs. So per fact checking, Amandzeba never stopped anyone from playing his songs.
That one too is a different case. Sometimes you know what? Sometimes the painful thing that happens is when you know what you are saying and you're emphatic about it. And I'm saying that song, I asked a question. Why was that song stopped? Because it was on the airwaves. They were different people who came to say that, listen, don't play my song if you're not giving me this. They are different artists that came.
Okay. All right. I get you.
That one is a different case. And I'm saying that we should find out. When I say Kwame Sefa can what I say. It's a 5 minutes. And in fact, from here I'm going there. I'll call Hagla and give it to Sefa.
Okay.
We don't come and sit here and say what we don't know. When you don't know, shut up and listen.
Okay. So that's it on Highlife music. Highlife, of course, is doing well. I personally love Highlife music, and I think when you mention movies, I think one of the peoples I can, give thumbs up to is Shirley Frimpong. So if you remember, was it Perfect Picture?
Yeah, one of them.
Yes, that was Amachi and Nanatufo, and those songs picked up like something. So I'm just hoping that
I've not spoken.
Yes. Oh, baby girl, come. Because I remember you. Okay, please come. Your thoughts.
For me, I feel like Highlife is very personal for Ghanaians. You can look at all our legends that we like to, venerate, or whenever we are having, those, even the TGMAs now, when they are honoring like legendary artists, most of the times it is a Highlife artist.
Yeah.
When we talk about Daddy Lumba, his songs never go old.
Yeah.
Immediately you hear a Lumba song. Immediately you hear a Kojo Entry song. Amandzeba, Rexoma, all of them, okay, like Highlife, classic. You can even come more into contemporary and say Bisake Day and Akwabwa, Kwabna. I don't think that the media is not promoting Highlife. I feel like Highlife has taken is something that we like to preserve as Ghanaians. Also, the new artists that are coming. Now it is Afrobeat that is selling all over the world. Okay, and I think one time on here there was one of my colleagues here who said even now every song that is coming from Africa has African tunes, is termed as Afrobeats. So you could say it, from Amapiano to Afrobeats to other, genres from other parts of the world. They just encapsulate it and call it Afrobeats. You understand me? Which is kind of sad, because I mean, Highlife is the baseline for almost all these things that are coming out. You hear people like Flavor. Up till now, he still makes Highlife music.
He does.
If you listen to his newest songs, even it is like typical Nigerian Highlife music. Okay, so I will beg to differ with the legend Amandzeba, that probably is just because the young heads are doing different genres, but we still have conk Highlife performers here in Ghana, and like they are even one of our greatest, even Kofi Kinata, let me just say it, does Highlife music. He does Highlife music. So I feel like, yeah, we get it, it's kind of wavering and it is evolving. Even the Highlife we are listening to these days is not the Highlife we used to listen to from Palmwire Highlife to Bugger Highlife, and now there's a little bit of infusions here and there. So I feel like, yeah, probably things are changing, but we are still, core Highlife supporters.
Well, for me, I'm also looking forward to see how UNESCO and organizers of the TGMA are going to handle this. I mean, it's something for a start. Who says we cannot do partnerships? I mean, if it's a project that we've actually put all hands on deck, it's beautiful.
At least I'm actually happy that they've recognized Highlife coming from Ghana, because most of the times the intangible, intangible culture or intangible heritage, it could get missing, and they could, give credit to other people and all that. And I know that a lot of people, like a lot of countries, have claimed a lot of things
like
that are coming from Ghana, and people go out there and they say it's for Nigerians. Oh, sorry. People go there and say it's for other countries, and then when we hear it, we don't do anything about it, especially when even drill. You remember when the drill wave came, Asaka Boys came up, and then one person from nowhere went to say that, drill originated from Nigeria. That kind of thing. And we went back and forth. Charlie.
Stopped. So it's become it's interesting. But of course, Highlife music, dear. Well, okay. We have Amandzeba on the line. Yes, we do. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm as fine as you are, because I can feel that you are all vibrating positively.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, this morning we were just discussing Highlife music, and of course, we heard your conversation on Joy FM, asking the media to take the responsibility of, helping or help promote the Highlife genre. But what do you think, as someone who's been in the industry for a very long time? I mean, you've seen the growth of the industry literally from your time to those who have come and those who are still doing and those who are yet to come in. In your view, what do you think we can do as a people to promote Highlife music?
I'm sure if we really want to find out about exactly what we have to do, let's take lessons from the politicians. You know how they go about, propagating their messages day in, day out, and it almost sounds like broken records and stuff like that. Helping to promote any particular genre in this world, I mean, we know the role, the vital role you guys play. And when I say you guys, I'm talking about the media, especially the electronic ones. Look, for instance, if we will have to quantify the percentage of Highlife music, that the content that you have that represents Highlife music, I'm sure we'll not get up to about 20 or 30%. And when I mention Highlife, I'm talking about those ones that are related to Highlife. I'm not saying, so let's play Kakeku always on the radio, or King Bruce, or the other, giants. All I'm saying is that we need to let people understand that there is no reason why we should let lose our heritage. Highlife is simply our heritage. So then who should protect it for us? And I'm sure it's part of your responsibility. If it's not civic, I'm sure the broadcasting law stipulates this, the percentage of content that must come from Ghana that your networks must be playing. So all I'm saying is that we don't need to go too far. You are the only means that we disseminate our information and songs is through the broadcast networks that you people have. So we are saying that if we want to keep it and make it truly a Ghanaian heritage, then I'm sure the networks across board must be representative of that. When you come after that, we are talking about the effect of tourism, the effect that highlife music or music has on tourism. Where when you get to our airports, what kind of music do you hear them play? When you get to our ports, what kind of music do you hear them play? When you get on board of the local planes, what kind of music do you hear them play? I mean, the availability of a particular genre almost all the time naturally makes people gravitate towards it. But if it is not existent, I mean, I can sit by the radio set the whole day, and I'm sure I can count the number of minutes or a few hours that highlife music will be given exposure. So I'm only saying that we ourselves are the ones who are getting our heritages, the various heritages, we are getting them endangered. If we really want to get out of that web, then it means we'll have to be up and doing. Culture is dynamic, and if you sit down, on your lazy butts and think that because the thing belongs to you, no, but the highlife has influenced almost every genre of music in the world. Afrobeat, jazz, soca, merengue, rumba, all the songs. Rumba has been adopted actually as an intangible heritage too. It was done. Rumba is not different from highlife, and I'm sure various aspects of it even were picked from highlife. So why is it that reggae also got on board? I'm sure 3-4 years ago reggae was also adopted. Now highlife and reggae and the similarities that we have, even the transition from highlife to reggae is such an amazing simplicity. You have no idea. If you sit back, you might think there are differences. But I'm saying that if reggae is there, why? We don't need to argue too much for highlife. And if we're going to lay claim, an absolute claim of it, then you will also have to help us. Because when anybody tunes into Joy FM, at least at an interval of 2 hours before you close, you must hear, about 15-20 minutes of highlife. Every segment must, have what we call it, a small space for highlife, for it to register in the minds of people. I mean, if you go outside Ghana, highlife is almost the preferred choice of people who really understand what music is. I'm not saying that they don't play any other music about highlife, but I mean, you go to Mali and you go to a club in Mali and they play Adjoaye, Adjoaye, and they're so happy about it, and they'll put it, hey, this song is Adjoaye is, I'm sure it's over 30 to 40 years now. And people are enjoying it. People who do not have any links with are enjoying it. We have it as our heritage. So I'm sure you will understand the reason why some of us speak passionately about it, because it is our responsibility to keep it. If we, Kente has also been adopted, because you remember the Chinese were,
I remember.
Exactly.
I
So,
remember.
and you and I can count the number of decades that will pass before we even adorn a kente fabric or something. I mean, it should be even our kids at school, the little ones who are coming. When you see them on their graduations and stuff like that, it's so disheartening, because you would never find a child in an African fabric unless it's a cultural day. But Burkina Faso has been able to stop the importation of what you call foreign fabrics for the uniforms of their kids. Are you telling me we grow cotton here, we do all our tie and dyes, we manufacture all of these things here? You think we cannot do that so that we save the government also some money from bringing all of these unnecessary?
We can.
You see,
we can.
I think that if we really can focus a little bit, just do a little bit in the area of culture, and of course, because music plays a central role in every cultural activity, you have to understand that if we can make a little effort, our political functionaries, our governments must be able to ask every functional person in their setup to bring a piece of paper that will actually, qualify him to play a role in Ghanaian politics. You have to have a paper of culture. It has to tell you that you know much about our way of life, what we like. Because when you go out there, it is not only your area of vocation that they're going to ask for, but generally people like to talk about entertainment. And when they talk about entertainment, you're talking about music. And when you talk about music, what kind of music? Is it your music or is it somebody else's music? So,
right. Right.
I hope that I'm actually somewhere that I can't really string my thoughts very well. But
it's fine. I mean, I like everything you have just presented to us. But briefly, before you go, I remember your song, Wogbejeke. It was so dominant on Kokroko on Peace FM. But suddenly, we don't hear it anymore. Is there a particular reason?
Well, that? I would not be able to assign any reason to it. I mean, it is. I know. Well, I know quite a number of people who always tell me, "Hey, Charlie, your song work, but why have you sold it to Peace FM and stuff?" But if it's no longer being played, I'm sure they're a little bit bored. No, there's no problem with that. I have actually through Bajeke and other rhythms that we have, and I have been able to bring out Lakma. Lakma was, usually was played only on festive occasions, but now you can hear to work today, tomorrow, and every time is festivity time. And I've been able to do that. We bring our rhythms, the indigenous rhythms, to the fore. Malugo and Bobobo, all of these things, most of us can also delve into it and bring it to the appreciable level where Malugo there is, where Lakma is, because before then, if you want to hear Kajajenjensa or anything that relates to Lakma, you have to wait till it's August, September. But now, I think in my little way, I have been able to contribute.
So Amandzeba, it had nothing to do with any monetary value.
Not at all. I mean, I have had occasion to visit some of them who were using my song as a jingle, as a tune for programs. Yes, that is, and then that is it. But apart from that, I'm sure that everybody is aware of his copyright responsibility, that if you should use a song at a particular time, you have something to pay. And especially when it is so direct that it is for a particular program, then you're talking about the artist's moral right. And that is where most of them get it wrong. They use the song for programs before they even call you. But you're supposed to, enter into some kind of agreement. You need to inform the artist, because probably you want to use Work Budget and advertise something else, maybe that are not comfortable, or maybe some substance. Then you are using Work Budget. I will have the right to, take offense or probably stop you from using it, because that's not the reason why I primarily put it out there just for a certain purpose, for us to know our historical links and stuff like that. So when I chance upon a program or a jingle that probably is advertising some hard liquor somewhere and they are using Wogbejeke, I would not take it lightly at all. You
Okay.
understand? But
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the clarification. I mean, we just wanted to be sure because, yes, we've heard maybe one or two things. So, I mean, with the clarification you've given us, I think...
I haven't had any personal... from time to time we check to find out what is happening to our songs you've been playing. But I haven't had any occasion to really find out anything official. If they've put something out there official, then it means that if my attention has been drawn
not
to
that
it,
I know. Not that I know. Yes,
okay.
not that. We thought it was more of a monetary value, maybe issues with them or something. So now that you've clarified it, I think we'll take it. But thank you so much for speaking to us this morning. And
I thank you too.
Yes, in case of anything or if we have any questions, we'll definitely reach out to you once again.
Bless.
Thank you so much. Right, so that was the voice of the legend, should I say legendary, Amandzeba Nadbu. That he's a godfather, he's a great man. I love his music, and of course, Wogbejeke is one of my favorite from him as well. So we heard it. Anything briefly because Daddy is here. Daddy and the Dusty.
I even forgot to start calling you Sister Doreen.
Oh,
say Amwako Bello was calling you Sister Doreen.
Now that's a
so
name.
Mama
That's a name.
or
Angel
Sister
Town and Sarkodie call me, and I always tell them I don't want the
Sister Doreen.
So they should just call me Doreen.
Okay, so Sister Doreen.
The legend has spoken.
My pain is we show respect. We refuse to show respect where we need to show respect. We give titles where there's no need for titles.
What have I done here?
Oh no, sister and mama and those things.
Okay. I think that Amandzeba has spoken. Kuka. I think Amandzeba has spoken. I think when you listen to the line of thought, it's just like what I was saying. It's just putting it out to create conversation so that we see if we can get program managers and all of that to tweak some of these things. And that is where I stand. But I think that there should be a body higher to head these negotiations, to do this stakeholder engagement. And I strongly suggest maybe Musiga or the Creative Arts Agency, because if you leave it like that, I mean, it will not show up like that unless there's an agency or a body that's pushing it. So I think I charge these people to look at it and try to bring it back.
Right. We hear anything briefly? Zadzi is here.
Oh no, I think that he set the record straight, and it's a very good initiative.
Yeah.
Basically, it's a good initiative to add Highlife to the intangible heritage.
Okay.
That's it. So.
Coca, briefly, finally.
I think, as I've said, we should elevate Highlife, invest in it, from our movies, from our shows, and our festivals and everything. Highlife should be, and I will say the Creative Arts Ministry should make sure that all our festivals, Highlife is projected, so that it doesn't become the year of return when we only project Highlife. And Ghana, the Music Awards, they should put some monetary value there to encourage people to go into that section, so that we will relive the life again.
Okay.
Yeah, and Papa Bills, Sunday will be listening to the Highlife.
This is Hitz.